This is the fast track to graphic creation using AI and Canva. And we're going to show you a way to come up with a ton of graphic ideas and implement them pretty quickly to make lovely or, kind of original designs. I can't say completely original. If you're using Canva, you are working with templates. But great looking things that you'll be proud to share with your audience. It doesn't matter if you're making stickers or, inspirational graphics you want to show or funny graphics. It doesn't matter. Whatever, as long as there's a saying or something on it, and that's what I'm showing you. And we are going to use ChatGPT specifically. And if you see on the screen, you will see that I have a ChatGPT Plus, but you do not require that to work on this at all, because the only reason I got the paid subscription was because I did a lot of because we come up with a lot of sayings and stuff in our business, and I was asking it too many questions and it wanted me to pay so that it could work faster. So I was gonna do, for example, it doesn't matter what you're doing, you can, whatever topic you want to do, but I started something which was a dog lover sticker. So let's actually, to speed things up, kind of look at what I did. So I told ChatGPT what I'm working on, and I actually do find it useful to kind of give it background, because I feel like it does sort of understand the purpose. So I'm creating stickers for dog lovers. And can you come up with 10 sayings with 3 to 4 words each that could be used on the stickers? Now, I just said 10. You can say however many. I've done 50 at a time. And I don't know what the limit actually is. And I specified with 3 to 4 words because I wanted it to be fairly short. I also want it to be quite short because short sayings like this are not copyrighted. So if, when you look around and you see, I often, research sayings by looking in t-shirt shops or people who sell mugs and just, to get ideas. And you'll see the same ideas everywhere, and that's because it can't be copyrighted. If you can come up with your completely original thing, or you think it's original, you'll probably end up finding it somewhere else, because these are short sayings, and that's why it can't be copyrighted. However, some short sayings could be trademarked, so you should look through everything before you use it, and if and same with if you've thought of it up with your own head, you should, be aware of any possible trademark issues. But it's probably not likely to happen. So when I asked that, it gave me, possum, mum, dad, love, wag, repeat, life is rough. And I noticed it did give me some puns, and I don't know if that's because I've asked for puns before. It tended to do that. And so lots of ones to do. And then I actually, not realizing that it gave me puns, I specifically asked for puns. How about 5 funny ones without puns? Here are 5 funny sayings for dog lovers without puns. Or, and then, you've got humor, we could ask for something more serious. What about sayings for someone who has lost their dog? Not lost, I want to say, be more clear. Whose dog has passed away. A saying, a 3 to 4 word saying that person would say to their dog they loved. Can you do 25 of these? Yeah, so it gives you sort of things. Your paw prints remain in heaven's warm embrace. Some of these are general. They're not, not necessarily for dogs. But if you see something and you want it to okay, I could say, I think these are nice and they'd be fine on a dog one, but I could say can you redo those and make sure they all are dog related in some way. I have no idea how this is going to work. Okay, so it did do like kind of changing it. There, some of them are a little cheesy, but okay. Resting among dogwood blossoms. Okay, I don't know if that's a good one, but you get some good stuff. Till we wag again. Oh, that's cute. Forever chasing squirrels, gentle soul wagging spirit. So these are lovely, right? So whatever you're doing, you can come up with the questions. And I don't know if I mentioned, no, I haven't mentioned. So also, like, a lot of people tend to want to use quotes, but it's easier, I think, to do the sayings because they're simpler, and especially for if you're doing a sticker, which is the example I'm showing, it doesn't take up too much space. Also, if you use ChatGPT to find you quotes, it will probably attribute the quotes because it's just grabbing the information, right, that other people online who have attributed the quotes to the wrong people. So you would have to verify if they're correct. I saw somebody in a conversation who said that, oh, I always tell ChatGPT to give me verified quotes. And I was like, I don't think that's even possible. You have to verify them because ChatGPT doesn't know. Like, it could be, it's going by information that has been fed to it. All right, so we are going to, let's go with this one. We're going to go rescued is my favorite breed. So we come over to Canva, and you probably know, if you've used Canva, you know how to use it. So I hope I will provide you with, some interesting tips on creating stuff. So I'm going to do the circle sticker that we're working with already. But you could see, actually, where was I again? You can create all kinds of things, right? You can say, Instagram post, and it'll show you the square or whatever. And actually, these could work perfectly for Instagram posts too, and they're nice because they actually have the circle design. So when we come here, we have a bunch of templates to search from here. Now, you can go dog, and you're going to come up with a bunch of dog stuff. For me, I usually don't go that route because then you're these are templates. They're yours to use, and you are allowed to use them and edit them, right? But to me, I think I would prefer, although this is very plain and I could add a bunch of elements to it and make it quite different. It's just using the image. But I prefer to kind of start with something different and then, make it more useful, not useful. It's useful either way, but like a more unique design, even though it's not unique because we are using the templates, and the license in Canva does allow you to use templates. It even allows you to share your templates that you create, but you have to make changes to the original one before you could actually share a template if that's what you were going to do. So I might choose a different topic. You can see I've chose some different things. I looked up thank you, and then it gives you other suggestions up here. We might want to go with color. I'm going to go blue, and I'm going to look through here and see what I might feel inspired to do. One thing to notice about designs like this, if you do want to kind of work with it and change, the sayings, that a lot of these ones, like the text that's around, obviously this one I'm quite sure is a font, but a lot of these are actually graphics. So if you choose, it's different letters, but I don't know how you would find the other, if there's an alphabet out there to use. I actually don't know. But that you will end up having to redo the design. But something like this, it's just font. And some of the ones that look kind of like this actually end up being fonts because there's some pretty cool fonts in here. I also do use the pro version of Canva, which gives you access to a lot more designs and fonts and things like that. And it's great. But there's so much there, even if with the free account. Thing to note, though, if you are in Pro and you do want to share the templates, someone who has a free account that you've shared it with, they won't be able to access. I think they could purchase a license just to the actual content, or they can upgrade their account. So when you also, I don't know if you notice, when I click through, then it kind of takes you, I just click this randomly and it takes you to another place where they kind of have this style. So what you can do also with this, and I did it off camera for a second so it looks different, but so you can kind of shuffle the style where it will change the colors. So then you have something, you know, you're starting with something that just has a different look, what to match whatever you want to do. And this is a graphic, I think. Yeah, this is a graphic. So we're going to choose something different. But again, like, you can just work through these sometime and see if something just, because it kind of does the work for you, right? To come up with the look that you want. Then you're going to replace all the elements that are useful for you. So I'm going to just stop overthinking this and just pick a design to run with. So I picked this, it's like, looks like a sticker for a restaurant. We're going to turn it into our rescued sticker, right? And we can change whatever we want here because we are trying to go fast, right? So stop, the overthinking of it. That I just wanted to see. You can mess around with the different things and you can always undo to try to figure out what's happening here. So this is a text, not a graphic, right? So then we need to grab on to sometimes I have trouble with, I don't know if it's my Mac or it's just me. I can't grab the things I want to grab. But we're going to move these things over to wherever we want them to be. And sometimes when you add this, text, it might be longer text, or maybe you want to resize it, and you'll find that you have to change the curve of it. And this one seems okay, but if you didn't know where to do that, you can do it in here. So that will allow you to change it. So if you'd go with new fonts, you'll probably just have to make those adjustments there. But this worked out, actually, I think, fine. And we're just going to take that out, and then we can look over here for elements. We can look for a doggy. Because we're doing stickers, we probably want graphics more than we would want photos or anything like that. We don't want videos for sure. And we have lots of options when you just put in the word dog. You got lots of paws also, which is, we could replace this with a paw. But you could see lots of free options. There are pro ones. On some searches, when you get really specific, you'll see that you have fewer free options to use. But we're going to keep things simple. And because this kind of has a whimsical kind of, or like a different kind of look here. Oh, I like this guy. But would he? Oh, he's so cute. I think that we can just use him. Aww, he's a cutie. And then maybe we could put something else here. You can also add, elements like circles. So this one has a nice layout, but maybe, actually, even if you just go circle, it'll add a shape. It'll add a perfect circle. But then you'll have to take out the inside and that. So this should actually just give you a little ring. And if you stretch it out, it could be on the outside. I'm not saying I'm making the most beautiful design, but I wanted to show you some of those. Obviously, we'd want to probably have it a little thinner or move this text up here so that it's not touching the... Now, of course, we could continue on and do so many changes and things. But if we are talking about fast graphic creation, then we might not want to overthink it. But I hope you found some useful tricks for, researching your ideas quickly instead of, sitting at your desk and thinking, what the heck should I say? Or searching Google to find different things that stay out with you. I think the keys with ChatGPT is to be very specific in what you want, how long you want it, what kind of theme, like the topic, the theme, what it's for. Also, one thing I noticed too when they did this, and I wanted to copy and paste a list of it, you can ask for it to, so can you give me that last list without quotation marks? And then it'll repeat it for you, because if you are going to copy and paste it into something that you want to use later and you just want to be able to easily copy, and then you could also tell it not to put the numbers, right? And when you are in, like when you're doing this whole thread, it's a chat, right? And they put it all into one topic. If you want to start a new topic, you should probably do a new chat, right? Up here, you just choose new chat. And then that way you can go back to it. But then this is sort of like a conversation you're having. You could tell it kind of the rules for this conversation. So I did it where I was asking it, over and over. I was kind of asking to give me some sayings. So I said, please, every time, don't use quotation marks. I don't include the numbers, or I can't remember what I said, but you can specify, and then that way you have this like lots to work with. So if you're going to be putting together maybe a sticker collection for your customers or something like that, then it's faster for you to go through. And then in Canva, the same thing. You've got templates to work from, so you can go quickly, change a few elements, and you're ready to roll.